All right, another episode of Bitchin right here live at the All Things Comedy Studio, brought to you by my great sponsor, Earthquaker Devices. Check them out if you play guitar, bass, drums, whatever. You play music, you need some foot pedals, some stomp boxes, some rock and roll machines. Hit them up from Akron, Ohio, handmade pedals. EarthquakerDevices.com. Check them out on Twitter and Instagram. What's happening, Spicer?
Good to be back, man. We bonded in Phoenix, and you went away with some other young love to Las Vegas. I heard you got married. I went to San Francisco, also got married.
Wow.
It's been a long time. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, dude. That's one of the things. Jeremiah, he got lucky. Someone fell out on the host spot, and he grabbed it.
Yeah.
And, thank God, man. Vegas for 7 days. It's almost like a test.
If you go alone, you don't come back.
Oh, it's fucking brutal. If you don't gamble or your bachelorette party or anything like that, you're in hell.
It's a really fun place that quickly becomes lonely if you're not there just to, party for a weekend. Day 4, you're like, oof.
The cigarettes. The cigarettes alone. Look at this.
I see it.
Some house keys.
Oh,
I got a fucking place to live, man.
Let's pop that. There it is. Done.
Fuck.
Are you moved in, or are you
No,
just...
I'm not moved in. God. I just went and... It's so funny today. I opened it up, and it's got 70s carpet in there. We're waiting on a call right now from Bill Burr, which is going to be great. He has a brand new show coming out December 18th on Netflix. It's an animated series called F is for Family. And he just told me it got an incredible review in the Variety.
If you haven't watched the trailer for it, stop listening to Dean and I babble and go fucking watch the trailer for it right now. It looks incredible.
I'm going to love it because I love the era it's in. It's 70s, and if you fucked around, your dad or mom would slap you, no jail. Nothing. It's just growing up.
I wonder what the nostalgia will be for this era, for like my kids. Will they look back and go, yeah, man, I miss growing up? Oh,
here he is. Let's grab the call. Yo, Bill, you there?
Yeah, now, what's up?
There he is, Bill Burr, guys, the great Bill Burr. We're just talking about your show right now, F is for Family. So I'm pretty fired up to see this. It comes out on December 18th, right?
Yes, it does. You can watch all 6 episodes that took us 4 years to do.
4 years.
4 years between initially pitching the idea to Wild West and Swan's Company, finding a showrunner, coming up with the whole concept, selling it, and then everything else. It's taken 4 years, and you guys can devour it in about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, we've been watching the trailers, and it's. I grew up in the 70s, and I relate to it right away. It's definitely back before the pre-PC era, and there's a great scene where you're like, grab me a beer there when you were driving with your son in the car. That shit's real from the 70s, right?
I think it's still real. I think a lot of that stuff is real. People just focus on like the one person in the crowd that got offended, you know what I mean? And the other, 300 people that went to the show had a good time. So I think there's a sort of, I don't know, over-reporting on one side. I think people are mature enough and adult enough to realize they're watching a cartoon, and that 20 years of parenting won't go out the window with one joke. So I think it'll be fun.
You can really get away with stuff with animation, right? Because they just think like, oh, it's just a cartoon, right?
You can get away with anything if the people you're in business with don't treat 5 complaints like they're 5 billion complaints. Like, I'm trying to honestly think the last time I was offended. I've been shocked. Some of the stuff that, that dude at that Donald Trump thing who yelled at the Mexican guy who was actually a citizen of the country.
Yeah.
Like some white dude in his 50s goes, "Get out of my country." Now that surprised me. I was like, really? Some guy in his 50s still thinks dumb things like that?
Well,
I wasn't offended. I was like, well, I've run into racists on the road, so I wasn't like, I guess not offended is the wrong word. I guess I was just maybe depressed to see something like that. But the fact that people will like go after comics and, with more, gusto than they will like stuff like that, or like bankers stealing from everybody on the planet. It's just, I think we're just easy targets. It's clickbait. Nobody really gets hurt, and then a comic apologizes, and then it's over. It's silly, really.
It's true, right? It's amazing. I was just in Vegas all week doing comedy, and it was rodeo week.
Nice plug, Dean. Man, you really worked that in.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
I wasn't bragging. I'm about to fucking show you. I was one step, I was cruise ship on land.
Dean plugs the shows he already did that you can no longer go to.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is, it was rodeo week. So I was doing a bit where I was like, how do we feel about Obama? And I couldn't believe the shit people would say out loud in the audience, and then they're worried about what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, these guys would just scream.
Well, you get a bunch of drunk cowboys. You can't expect, hey, what do you think of our black president? What do you think's going to happen? Having said that, if somebody were to criticize his presidency just as him as a president, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's when you go to that next level. It gets, that's when it starts, you start looking around for the nearest exit to get out.
Yep. Yeah. Now, let me ask you about the animation a little bit, because I'm a huge fan of animated stuff, and I think one of the best parts about that Kurt Cobain montage of Heck film was the animation. It was incredible. Now, how did you pick the style? Did you have a style of the look that you wanted? Because, we have like Simpson style. Then we have like what's the big one on?
It was like Rick and Morty.
Archer, South Park.
Yeah, South Park. So which style did you have?
Laser.
Yeah.
I watch them all, dude. I love all. Axe Cop is I'm a big fan of Axe Cop. All that Adult Swim stuff, and I think so. South Park's done the best social commentary. They've kind of done everything the best, as far as I'm concerned, for like the last almost 20 years. I think people take them for granted. I think they're amazing. But as far as coming up with the style for F is for Family, before we went into it, we knew what we wanted as far as this. We had a mission statement: no lava lamps. Because I think, like every TV show or movie about the 70s, it makes it look like everybody had a lava lamp and they drove a Pacer or had a Hornet. You know what I mean?
God, you're so right. You're so right. Those are like
big white car, and that's not how it was. Like the 70s that I remember was, there was a bunch of cars from the 60s, first of all, because most people drive a car that's 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Few cars left over from the 50s, and then maybe your neighbors had some newer cars. It's sort of the early 70s, Serpico era of the 70s that we would kind of go, more Rust Belt kind of look is what we were going for.
So no pet rocks or mood rings.
Yeah, no, I vividly remember when the Pacer came out the first time. Me and my mom, we were riding around, and I don't know if we had a Chevy Chevette at that point or we were still driving the Buick. But I remember we saw that car, and we were both laughing, going, that is the ugliest thing. I knew it was ugly, and I was like 7 or 8 years old when it came out. But they make it seem like everybody was just like, no, these things are cool. Those things were weird when they came out. They were weird 10 years later, and they're still weird. But the way they do it in the movies is they make it seem like people, oh, man, hey, sweet ride. Like those hipster jokes.
Yeah.
That's the hipster view of like the 70s, where people were completely unaware of stuff like that.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the cast. So you got Laura Dern plays your wife, right?
Yep, Laura Dern plays my wife, Susan, and then as far as the kids go, Justin Long plays my son, Kevin. Haley Reinhart does the voice of Little Bill, and Debbie Derryberry, who, if you've watched any Pixar movie, you've probably heard her a million times, does the voice of Maureen, the daughter. And then filling out the cast, we got Kevin Michael Richardson, Mo Collins from Mad TV, Kevin Farley, David Koechner, Gary Cole, Phil Henry. If you're a big radio fan, I was a big fan of his show, Trevor Duvall, and even Joe Buck.
Wow, Joe Buck.
Even Joe Buck got in there and did a great job doing a voice. And but it was, things really got going once we brought Mike Price on from The Simpsons, and he's been over there forever, and I have to be honest with you, like the plan that's really lined up, like Vince's company, Wild West, like I've never been in business with people like that. They just know what they're doing. They know how to put together a team, and they know how to get something on air. And being in business with them, and then getting with Mike Price, and then we got it at Netflix. The network notes I got from Netflix was push it further.
Oh, no shit.
No, dude, it's been a dream. I mean, It's been a ton of work. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
And I've been a bit of a baby a couple times towards the end of the day, getting all grumpy. I'm spoiled as a comic. Like, Jesus, we've been here for 8 hours. Let's get out of here. But it's really been a dream situation. And, we had an incredible writer's room. Tom Giannis, Dave Richardson. We always end up forgetting somebody. We just laughed our asses off. That's all I remember was just writing the thing, laughing every day, getting big laughs. As tedious as it is, but I definitely have a whole newfound respect for writers in a writer's room because, just from day one, with each script, somebody has to go home and get that big rock moving and start pushing it up the hill. And it's not until you do the second or third rewrite that you feel like the rock's rolling down the hill and not going up. And I had to, thank God I had all those other people to prop me up to help those stories get told.
Now, are the stories from your childhood growing up, you just riff them to them and then they start writing a story around it?
It's from everybody's childhood. So like when we put together the writer's room, we just sort of asked people about their childhood and if they had, if they had like, oh, my mom always had an apple pie sitting on the windowsill. We're like, oh, that's great. See you later. if they were just like, yeah, my brother used to throw me down the stairs every time his team lost or something for whatever reason, like this stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, there's so many stories that people have. And what I'm hoping is when people watch this show, when we get a fan page, I'm sure people will start sharing stories.
Oh, yeah.
That we can animate and throw into the world if it fits. I mean, even my manager told me a story. They used to take road trips, and he used to always get car sick when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
But his dad didn't want to stop because he didn't want to lose any time.
Yeah.
So when he would go to get sick, his mother would roll down the window and hold him outside the car as he would be puking as they would come down the highway. Which is funny enough in live action, but if you animate that, I mean, once you can. You're actually, what I like about this show is you're like taking true stories and then you add the whole element of animation where you can really go over the top in some points. But, like most of the stuff I try to do, we try to keep it grounded in reality and have it be more like character-driven jokes rather than setup or punch. But we still have a couple of silly jokes in there that I love.
You got to get the scene in there with the babysitter that spanks you with a Hot Wheel track. That's some real shit.
Oh, okay. No, that's actually that's it. That's something that's actually I already just saw the whole episode. That's a good B story.
Fucking psycho babysitter, Mrs. Stevens. Just write that one up.
There you go.
All right, I know you got to get going, but so one last question. Now, when you were in the VO, was that weird to get used to? Because I've seen when people do it, like The Simpsons and stuff, it's so weird to watch them in there and they're doing their voices and everything. Was that kind of cool and a strange new thing for you? Yeah,
it took me about 2 or 3, I think maybe like about 3 sessions for me to get 100% comfortable. And then I was able to just feel as comfortable as I am in a comedy club. But yeah, it took a minute. It was definitely, talking into a microphone. I've obviously done that enough in my life, but it was sort of like not having lines necessarily memorized, but you do the whole episode, so they just keep giving you pages.
Oh, wow. So you do it like right there live, nonstop. You're just watching the cartoon, right?
Oh, no. You record first, and then they draw the cartoon to that.
I got you.
And then how you do the performance usually informs the direction that the first draft of the drawing goes. It's a hell of a process, but I got to tell you, you know, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, and we're hoping that people are going to like it. No matter what, this is the most proud of any pilot or chunk of episodes of anything that I've tried to get on TV that I've ever made. That I'm really proud of this stuff.
That's awesome. So December 18th, Netflix, and
you can binge watch all of them.
That's great. And then you just got a great review, you said today, right? Who did that one?
The Hollywood Reporter.
God, that's great. That is great, man. I'm fired up for it, man. I love you, man. You're an amazing human, and I'm glad you're in my life. And thank you so much. And you deserve everything that you get, man. You're a good dude, and that's the bottom line.
Well, some of the people say that. The other people tell the truth. But I appreciate that.
I've never met somebody say, oh, fuck that guy. I've never, and I'm out there all day and night. It doesn't happen. You know what they say? The best.
If you expanded your circle a little bit, you can definitely find it. Okay? Let's not exaggerate. I'm nice to you, Dean. How about that?
I'm not. Hey, thank God, man. Thank God. I love you, dude. And anything else you want to pump while you're on? You out on the road or anything?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually sitting here. Bonnie McFarlane has a new book coming out, and she just sent it to me, hoping that I would. And she was like, hey, can you just write a blurb about it or something like that? And this book, all I had to read was like a chapter or two and just say it's funny, but I'm actually going to read the whole thing. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Really funny.
That's cool. What's it called?
You know what? Let me see if I got the name of it. It's not coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. Now, hang on. I can't talk about it and then not know the name. Hold on.
You got it.
Hang on. Dude, I was just watching a killer video. Have you seen that drum video where, it's called You're Better Than Me.
Okay.
You're Better Than Me. Have you seen that drum video where, with Dave Grohl, Questlove, Taylor Hawkins, and all them are talking about Ringo's drumming, and they're sitting behind his iconic Ludwig drum kit?
No. What's
Max
that?
Weinberg. Who's that guy, Abe, that plays with Paul McCartney?
Oh, yeah, Abe Vigora or whatever. What is his name?
Yeah.
He lives in Beechwood.
Killer. Chad Smith, all these killer drummers just talking about Ringo's drumming and all that. And it's interesting. My brother just told me to watch it. I just checked it out. But what's really cool about it is the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay, just bought that kit for $2.2 million.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah, all those baby boomers, man.
Yep.
You got something from their childhood, dude. You can make a mint.
Oh God. I mean, if I had cash, it would just be those Led Zeppelin sweatsuits that we look at on eBay, and then a Jimmy Page.
Oh yeah, those weren't so much money. I would have tried to snag one, but it gets to the point where
I know
it's just ridiculous money, and then it's like, all right, I'm going to get that, and then what? I'm going to play like John Bonham? You're not. You're going to look like some jerk off in underoos.
You know, it's so true because you can't wear it, you know, because it's worth a fortune, and then it's just in your house, and people go, "What's that?" And you go, and first of all, you got to have people over to your house, which usually I don't want, to show it off. Right. You know what I mean?
All it does is remind people that you're not that person.
Hey, did you see Neil Peart retired yesterday?
Isn't it Peart? After all these years, you're supposed to say Neil Peart or something.
Is it?
Yeah, that actually fascinated me because I bought like every drummer instructional video ever, I think, just about all of them. And he had one from the late 90s, early 2000s where he was really working on his technique, which is hilarious because he was already a drum god, but he went back to playing traditional.
Wow.
The way he was holding his stick, you know, like Buddy Rich and all that.
Yep.
And like, it was really all that, letting the stick do the work and all that. And I thought it was really cool that a guy who was a drum god like him would stop and then go all the way back to ground zero and break it all down. And I remember on one tour seeing that he was playing that way, it seemed. And then the next tour, he went back to match grip.
He was just like,
fuck
fuck
it. Drums. That's just like holding the sticks the way like a baby would grab them, just like the natural way you would grab them.
Caveman.
And he retired saying that he had that tendonitis in his forearms. I was wondering if it was actually from that drum. It amazed me that was the reason why he was stopping, because I thought I watched that video. It was like 20 years ago, and his technique was incredible. So I was surprised that he was. I was of the belief that if you learned, that Moeller method technique with the sticks doing the work, and you're not, you're all relaxed, how you'd end up getting that stuff. So I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, and I was surprised that somebody just told me, because I'm thinking they only play like once every 5 years. Why do you need to retire? You just kind of get some, like I know people that had tendonitis, they got surgery, like some kind of laser surgery or whatever, and they're back to normal, Must be pretty intense.
Well, I think also, the guy, he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
He's ridden a motorcycle over half the planet. He's done all of this type of stuff. And, God knows he went through all that unbelievable tragedy in the 90s and stuff. I just think, maybe he's like, look, I'm in the final third here. Maybe I want to chill with my wife and my kid. I like seeing people. As a fan, selfishly, I'd like to see him keep going. But just, as a performer, watching them decide when it's over rather than people going like, oh, my God, I saw Rush in front of 3 people at Circus, in like 2030. You know what I mean? Which, of course, would never happen.
Yeah, yes, Circus.
But you know what I mean? Dude, believe me, I talk to my wife all the time about the exit strategy out of this business. And the joke is, I'm like, they're not getting me, dude. I'm not going to be that old comic in a tuxedo standing there at the Maxim Casino, if that still exists in Vegas, going on right before the, the Lionel Richie impersonator. I'm going to try to
the Lionel Richie.
My money as wisely as you can, which is a very difficult thing to do with all the criminals out there.
It's crazy out there, right? I wanted to tell you thanks for that pie. I fucking tore that thing up. And I had the worst Thanksgiving ever moving my shit into storage, but that pie was the fucking gold key, dude.
Well, shit, dude, you should have called me. It was just me and Nia hanging out at the house. We would have loved to have you over.
Hey, man,
She actually asked me, she goes, what is Dean doing for Thanksgiving? And I just assumed you were probably hanging with Alice Cooper, knowing you, rock star lifestyle.
Dude, I'd rather hang out with you than any of the rock stars. I never get to see you anymore because you're like fucking so busy. So anytime, just say, hey, come over, and I'm there, man.
All right, absolutely. Well, I got to do the press for this thing, and we got the premiere next week. I got you going to that Wednesday night at the ArcLight.
I just got the invite. I can't wait, man. It's going to be incredible.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good time. You're going down. Rogan's going down. And a buddy of mine, a director, Mike Finder, I did a film for him a few years ago. His kids are coming down. They're all grown up. They're coming down. And it's going to be an awesome time, man. It's going to be a great time. But after that, dude, I'm on vacation.
Oh, yeah? How long?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I got to see. You know what it really is? I don't have anything booked for next year because I got to see if we're going to get a second season. How Netflix does it is they release it all at once and then they go to their secret lair at the bottom of their building, evidently, and then they decide if you're going to get a second season. So I've kind of left my tour schedule open, but I got to tell you, dude, I'm so proud of this show that even if we didn't get a second season. It was still totally worth it to do it because I had that much fun and the amount of cool, creative people that I met. It was just a great experience. But I got a feeling I think we're gonna get. I never talk trash, but I think people are gonna like this.
God, it's so cool. What a great era too. I think it's my favorite era of all time. Just the '70s. I love it, man.
Well, even if you didn't come up in the '70s, it's timeless enough where it's kids rebelling against their parents. We're not really reinventing the wheel here. So if you remember the '70s, that'll be cool. But if you don't, you can still enjoy it. So there you go. Look at that. Look at me being a politician. There's something there for everybody.
I love you, dude. And I'll see you this week. You going to be out at the clubs at all?
I got to go to New York to, be a dancing monkey here and promote this show. And then I come back next week. I'll probably be down the store, not this weekend, next weekend.
All right, man. Thank you so much. And thank you for everything. We're at your studio, and I love it here. Thank you, man.
All right. Love you, brother. I'll talk to you later.
See you later, man.
See you.
Yeah, Bill Burr, man.
Well, it sounds like he's available for the February improv versus stand-up with you. I mean, that's all I heard. That's all I heard in that conversation.
I heard he was headlining my 50th birthday, February 3rd. I fucking love that man.
You guys are real cute. If you guys, if he wasn't married and, you were looking for love, I could see a world where that would work out.
Man, I just love to be around somebody that's completely their self in this business. You know what I mean? That's so rare. And there's a few guys I've been lucky enough to have as friends, Marin and him, and guys like that Joe Rogan. That you're just like that you can learn from, man. Yeah. It's just incredible, and they're great friends. So really cool, and I think this thing's gonna smoke. Because you watched the trailer, right?
It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. And I watched some other clips, and it's just funny shit. And it's going to be great,
My only fear, and I'm going to put it out there just so that it won't come true. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's Star Wars Day.
It
premieres. So you got to go watch Star Wars and then come home and, eat some snacks and watch every episode of F is for Family.
If it was on regular TV, I would say, that's a problem. But this is the Netflix world. And in that world, people will watch it in line for Star Wars. You know what I mean? So, they're bored in line. They go, all right, Netflix. Right. And then they're fucking happy as hell laughing at this shit line they're in. We got a call. Let's grab it. Hey, man, you're on the air. Who's calling?
Hey, it's Sean. Call from the highway.
Sean from the highway. I've been there before.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, dude, I looked in my rearview mirror and it was you.
You're just quoting lyrics from my record from 1999.
No, I'm seeing things much clearer and I'm not confused.
I got you, dude. How are you, man?
Well, I got some memories that are still remembered, but, some broken hearts still remain.
Wow. All right.
But one thing I can tell you, Dean and Spicy, is that she said the pain never goes away.
I mean, every rose has a thorn. So.
She's got the looks to kill.
I mean, here's a man on the highway rolling sideways all alone, is what I've always said.
Especially on a November rain.
Wow. You must have a slow day today. It's just like I'm calling in and just quoting.
I love you, dude. I love you. I just want to call and say, hey, man, I love what you're doing. And I want to congratulate you on your 6 years, buddy.
Thank you so much, man. Where are you calling from, man?
I'm calling from Houston.
The jungle, baby. Yeah. You know where you are.
Yeah, man. I'm
in the jungle.
Connected down here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the jungle. Houston literally, it's the swamp, but same diff.
So glad.
There are wide expanses of it that are get a little hairy.
Thank you so much, man. And
all right, Dean.
Thank you for tuning in, man. So cool.
All right, buddy. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you, buddy.
Keep it real, buddy.
See ya.
Later.
Anyway.
Spice, so I saw some, I wanted to talk about the movies I saw this week, because I finally got a chance to go to the movies. I was in Vegas, bored. I saw Creed. You seen it?
So
you
good.
saw it.
It's so good. I invited you, and you were like, no, I don't want to go. And I was like,
no, I had a spot.
Oh, you were like, no, I'm going to be a loser and sit here and be a loser. And I was like, fine. And
I said, I got to do 3 spots right here at the Comedy Store.
I'm home in underwear. I don't want to go out.
You left the store, and then you came back, and I was like, did you go? And you go, yeah, I saw it.
It was great, yeah.
Wasn't that great?
It was so good. I mean, it is the formula.
Yeah.
It is Rocky 1, but updated and modernized and done so. I think I told you this after I saw it. Like, it's the formula done well, whereas, in my opinion, Southpaw, the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, is the same formula, but somehow a B-, whereas Creed is an A+.
Right.
It's like they know all the beats, they hit them. Michael B. Jordan, the dude is a fucking star.
Yep.
It's just electric on the screen every time you see him. Sylvester Stallone
crushed it.
One of the best acting performances I think he's ever done.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I think I cried like 3 times during the film. It's a choker, man.
I talked to Jesus Trejo, another comedian some people might know, and Nick Youssef after I saw it. And I man cried 5 times.
Yeah.
5 times. And what man crying is, there's like real crying, like tears. And man crying is also the, like, if anyone's watching, you can see, I'll describe. But like you're watching the movie and you move around in your seat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, ugh, and you're just like squirming. That's man crying.
That's hemorrhoids. I think that's what you're.
No, it's like this is
you're describing
emotionally
hemorrhoids.
uncomfortable, but I don't know how to handle it because I'm a man. You're just like. Yeah, it gets you, man.
Well, you know what? As I was watching the movie, and going back to Burr's show and stuff, like I grew up in the '70s, and it really hit me there. On this film, not all the Rockies after, it's like all the Jaws is after. I don't care about, but the original, the story and the character of Rocky, you realize, is so monumental in my life. As I saw that movie, as a kid, you're like, fuck that. As cheesy as this sound, makes you think like shit could happen for me.
Yeah.
When you're just a loser kid and your mom, you're on welfare and you got nothing, Yeah. I've really, really loved Rocky 1. And as I watched Creed, it made me love Rocky 1 more.
Yeah, totally.
We got a call.
I'm going to look something up.
Yeah. You there, man? What's happening? Who's calling?
It's Brad here it's Brad from Perth in Western Australia.
Hey, man. How are you, Australia? Love it, dude.
Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, we're good here. We're just talking. We just got off the air talking to Bill Burr about his brand new show on Netflix, F is for Family.
Oh, man, I'm hoping that there's talk about Netflix getting all the US content here, so hopefully we'll be able to get that as well.
Yeah,
At the moment, we have a limited Netflix content here at the moment, but hopefully, we'll pick up all that stuff soon.
Yeah, man, once you do, you're going to be not leaving the house. Because look at all the shit you can watch, all the great comedy specials and all the documentaries, man. You get sucked in.
Mate, I'll spend half my time sitting there searching through everything, trying to decide what to watch. Should I watch this one? Should I watch this one? Should I watch this one?
That's true, right? Like, by the time you pick something, you fall asleep. How are you?
That's my ritual. I end up watching fucking nothing. So.
How are you out in Australia?
Yeah, good. Yeah, awesome. Just heading off to work, and I noticed I was just sitting there having some breakfast before I left, and I saw you on Periscope, and I thought, I'll give you a call. I've been trying to call for a while, but the time zones never really line up. So I thought this is a perfect chance to give you guys a buzz.
That's awesome, man. Now, we're talking about anything today, Do you have a question?
Well, I guess I do, yeah. I don't know if you remember or not, I sent you a recording of my son.
Yeah.
14-year-old.
I do remember that, man. Your son played guitar?
Yeah, plays guitar, sings a bit, writes a few songs and stuff, and he's heading right down the road of the acoustic. So he's played an electric his whole life, and he's getting right into the acoustic stuff. And in the last couple of weeks, we've been really lucky here. We've had some great bands tour. We had AC/DC just last week.
Awesome.
We had a couple of big Aussie bands, The Living End and Cold Chisel toured, and Cooper and I went and saw both of them. And AC/DC as well. And then he went and saw Ed Sheeran the other night, and he was raving probably more about Ed Sheeran than anybody else.
Wow.
And
wow.
I was wondering what you thought of Ed Sheeran, because I don't mind his music, but to me it sounds a little bit all the same. But he said one man standing on stage with no one else and a crowd of 30,000, he said it was just unbelievable.
Wow. Well, I know Ed Sheeran just got nominated for a Grammy. And I'm a huge acoustic fan. I love Jeff Tweedy. I love Wilco. I love Ryan Adams. I love Neil Young. Guys, when they play alone and can hold a crowd, is incredible. There's really nothing like that besides comedy.
Jeff Buckley, before he passed,
Jeff
was
Buckley.
The best I'd ever seen live.
Jeff
Just him, a chair, and a guitar.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Unbelievable. And we're talking about like Rocky making us cry. I seen Tweety tell stories and go into songs and just blow my fucking mind, Like, wow.
Yeah.
So I can relate, if your son's loving instruments and music, that's just a win, man.
Oh yeah, I'm really proud of him. He's he works really hard at it. He spends a lot of time practicing, and for a 14-year-old to write songs and stuff, and really you're bearing your soul, aren't you? So it's not easy for a 14-year-old, especially a 14-year-old boy. They don't like to fucking let anybody know anything about them, but to sit there and write songs and I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, we try to encourage him as much as we can.
Well, I saw the video, and your kid has killer talent, man. And usually when people send me videos of their kids or whatever, I'm like, it's like, because of course if you're a parent, you're like, look how great my kid is, he's totally talented, and then you go, yeah. But your kid had it, man. I wrote you back and I told you, I said, man, that guy has it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I was just interested in your thoughts, because obviously you've been around music a long time and you've seen some of the greats, and it's always nice to hear, because we have friends here. They go, "Oh, wow, you've got a lot of talent," and you go, "Yeah," but it's nice to get somebody's opinion who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about, rather than just saying it to be nice.
Yeah, well, keep him on the track, man. Keep him on the track.
Yeah. He's got a few more songs actually ready to go. We've just got to find time to get him in the studio and get him recorded. So
that's great.
He does all the lyrics himself, does all the guitar himself. The last one, that was it, but this next one he wants to do the bass as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell everyone, before you go, tell everyone where they can see that. It's on YouTube, right?
No, it's not on YouTube, but it's on. He's on iTunes, and you can see it on Apple. Find it on Apple Music as well. His name's Cooper Brown. So get out there and have a listen to it.
Awesome.
And support young talent.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for calling in. I love you, and I hope to get to Australia soon, man. If I do, you're on the list.
Oh man, don't worry. I'm more than happy to pay my way. I will say this though, when my Green Beans shirt turns up, I'll take it down to Bond's statue and get a photo of it with him.
God, I can't wait. I can't wait to get there, man. Australia is calling.
Well, the tour's on me, mate. So I'll give you the tour of Fremantle and the full AC/DC experience.
There you go, man. Candles lit. Thanks for calling in.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
Later. That's what I was going to say, what I looked up to get the facts right before I messed it up.
Yeah.
No spoilers here, not that it's hard to spoil Creed. No spoilers, but in the movie Creed, in his first professional fight, there is a scene and there is a fight, and it is 2 rounds, and that is all one take.
Oh, yeah, I read that somewhere.
One take, they shot it 12 times, and the 10th time was the one they used in the film. And this is 2 real rounds of boxing.
Yeah.
Choreographed, where they have the fighters moving around, the people in the corners reacting, the audience reacting, and then you have a person with a steady cam in the ring maneuvering around this thing. I remember watching it going, this is incredible. It looks like one take, but after Birdman came out, you just assume that it's creative trickery or whatever, like, oh, the referee crossed the film. That's where they cut it right there. No, one fucking take.
Oh.
Incredible. So it's a I think beautiful movie just to watch and enjoy and love, and also technically. And what I also want to, while there is a plot point about a gun in Creed, there's no guns.
Yeah, no guns.
There's no guns. There's no, like, so much, there's violence, it's boxing, but like so much of today's world is horrific at times. And it's nice to go watch a movie that is deep, complex, mature, and doesn't reduce itself to spraying the world with explosions.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a story.
Right.
I think the thing about Rocky 1 was it wasn't a boxing movie, it was a love story.
Right.
It was just a love for a city, a love for a sport, and a love of a woman that he meets in a pet store.
Yeah.
That fucking blows my mind. Those scenes are so tender against the violent boxing that it's really mind-boggling, the juxtapose of it. When you watch it, you just go like, wow.
Yeah.
And the way that film looked, everything about it. And it's funny, here we are 100 years later, and the character still feels great to me.
Yeah.
And he really... because there's so many of those Rockies that happen later. It's just like, oh, no.
Go watch Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and then Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
And then Creed.
Yeah.
To me, that's the Rocky narrative. The others are funny. Like, after you've watched those for the art, then go watch Rocky against Mike in the Street Fight or whatever the fuck, Rocky 5 or whatever that was. Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky Balboa, Creed.
Yeah.
Great movies.
I mean, you got to look at that era. You had Rocky, you had Jaws, you got Cuckoo's Nest, all these films that had incredible characters and incredible acting. Stallone can fucking act.
Yeah.
And it was funny, I was talking to somebody, I can't. Oh, it was Ian Edwards, and he was like, "Man, I'm so tired of all those comedians when they just for years would do Stallone like, lo, 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 lo." And then you realize, yeah, that's a character he's doing, just like this Rocky one, man. He's fucking great in it, you know. And he was great in Copland, and no one ever talks about that. Copland was going to be like his comeback.
I think that's because Copland was a shitty movie.
I liked Copland.
Oh, it's like 3.5 hours. It's bloated Oscar bait, is what it is.
I love Copland.
And I think he's good in it, but it is like, we're trying to make this serious movie about these hot button issues, and I was just like, yawn. Oh,
now,
man.
I tell you what I'm fucking going crazy over.
Okay.
I mean crazy, is this Leonardo film coming out.
I have friends that have seen it, and while I cannot say what my friends have told me, I can't say which friends have told me they loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Oh, I mean, first of all, it's funny because I was in the theater, and they showed the trailer for The Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Now...
Which I've heard is also fucking almost perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the trailer's not. The trailer makes it just look like this kind of hokey...
It's the new Quentin, right?
Yeah, like a hokey, like a Saturday Night Live sketch or something.
Yeah.
It's just joke after joke after joke every year. Like, I get it. It's just like, it's just punchlines. There's no... And it's funny because I talked to somebody that saw the film and they go, yeah, the trailer is not the tone of the movie at all. And I think maybe they're trying to make it feel a little light so you get in there and then you just see mad fucking killings, you know?
Yeah.
But they showed that trailer, and Tarantino is such a stylistic man.
Yeah.
All his films look incredible. They have a very heavy style feel, like a Wes Anderson movie. You know it's a Tarantino film. But I watched that, and it didn't feel like anything. And right after that trailer came the Leonardo film.
A Revenant or something like that?
Revenant.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. When you see the sweeper shot on the fucking lake, and then the snow, and then the horse going off the cliff, and the bear and everything, you're just going like, wow, this thing looks unbelievable.
And it's the Birdman director.
Yeah. If I may cross-promote another All Things Comedy podcast,
Yeah.
Dollop. They did an amazing episode about this.
Okay.
Look back in the archives. It's
About
called,
this movie?
About the story of Hugh Glass.
Oh, wow.
The real guy.
Yeah, the real guy.
It's a true story, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the
crazy.
Birdman director and also another technical marvel that may or may not pay off come award season, all natural light.
Wow.
And so here's a guy who's known for his huge sweeping cranes
Oh, yeah,
and these
I've seen the
magnificent
sweeping crane,
pans and this
Oh.
beautiful cinematography, all natural light. And so they kept getting fucked on budget and time because whether you want to say it's climate change or whatever, about poor planning, little A, little B, like they were shooting and the weather wasn't cooperating, so they had to leave. They were shooting scenes when it was supposed to be the winter, when it was spring and getting hot, and they're out there in furs, and then they're out there when it's supposed to be spring, and it was like -14, and the cast and crew is just fucking suffering. But it looks like visually it pays off. I've heard the story is fairly simple. Like it's not, there's not like a
We know what it's
Shyamalan
about.
twist. Right, it's like a guy going to avenge his son.
Well,
but that's all Braveheart is,
I
and
guess
Braveheart's great.
they're out like on some kind of expedition, and then a bear attacks them, and then they leave him for dead, right? And then they kill his son for some reason. We don't know yet. But he sees his son getting killed.
Yeah.
As he's like buried, still kind of alive or whatever. Tom Harding.
Yeah.
Who's fucking great. And I can't say it enough, but I think Leonardo is so underrated, man. I mean, from Gilbert Grape all the way on, I've always been entertained by this man.
I don't know if he's underrated. I would like to see him.
He's not rated then.
I think he is. I mean, he hasn't won an Oscar.
Right.
I'd like to see him bring a statue home, but I don't think there's anyone that are like that honestly thinks he can't act. I think maybe
I don't
his
think
Playboy
not act,
lifestyle.
but they never talk about it. You know, like
Maybe.
like I thought he was incredible in the Aviator, man.
Yep.
You know, and Gilbert Grape, and of course everything he does, I think is great.
I wonder if it's because he's such a wonderful person, and like everybody envies him.
Yeah.
That people don't talk about him and hold him up, because it's kind of like Tom Brady, the quarterback of the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Here's a beautiful man who has a beautiful wife, beautiful children, a beautiful football career.
Everything's going good.
So no one needs to sing his praises
Yeah.
because he's fucking Tom Brady, versus someone like, oh God, what's his name? Lincoln, incredible actor. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis, incredible fucking actor.
Yeah.
But like, for all we know, doesn't have the charmed life of being perfect. Like, instead he goes out and lives in the woods for 2 months to prepare for a role, so it's easy to lift him up. Or like John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Whereas like Leonardo DiCaprio incredible fucking actor. But when we were not watching him his movies, we're watching him fuck 10 supermodels.
Yeah.
So no one is like, dude.
I mean, I'm going back. I've been watching this fucking guy since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Gilbert Grape, Basketball Diaries.
Yeah.
Like, remember, I mean, he was in Basketball
Good movie.
Diaries, man. It's a
Yeah.
fucking great film, you know? So it's, I can't wait for that. And as I watched the trailer, I was like, just give him all the awards.
It looks good.
Oh, man, it looks great.
Yeah.
Now, I saw Bond. Did you see Bond?
I haven't seen it. I've heard it was interesting but forgettable.
You know what's fucking weird is everybody said that, and it almost detoured me from seeing it, but I'm a huge Bond guy. I never missed a Bond since Roger Moore era. Spy Who Loved Me was the first one I ever saw as a kid, and I was like, oh, I love this. Fucking hooked, and I've seen every one. And I tell you what, this fucking film's great. People are just like, I think they just want like nonstop something, you know.
Yeah.
But this film had it all. It had Bond skiing, which we always need Bond, or Bond in the snow, not necessarily skiing, but snow Bond.
Right.
It had train Bond. He's on a train. It had car chase Bond.
That's December. I mean, that's January Bond. I'm getting the calendar of Bond right now.
Yeah, but all the classic Bond shit.
Yeah.
It had amazing locations were blowing my mind.
Yeah.
And fucking the new Bond is just killer, man.
Yeah.
You know, that guy crushes it.
And is this Daniel Craig's last Bond? It's rumored it might be his last.
He just said that because they asked him immediately after he finished.
Yeah.
He got so hurt on this one. He's like, never, but I think he's open to it.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a great watch in this one, man. If you're a watch guy like me, Omega hit it out of the park with this new Bond watch, $7,500, Omega Bond model. And I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
Like, so cool, man. But go out and see Bond, man. I don't understand why people
Making sure it's on my list.
we're slagging on that, man. It's fucking really good. Me, Jesus, and Jeremiah saw it in Vegas. All three of us walked out like, that was fucking great. And we saw it for $5, which is unheard of in L.A. So $5, it was just smoking for $5.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of things in Vegas are cheap because everything else isn't.
Yeah.
So, like, anything other than the casino, like, yeah, okay, you need a break. Here, we'll pay you to go see this. And then, now go gamble.
Yeah.
Go fuck whores. Go waste your life. It is Spectre. It's on my list.
Oh, God, it's really good. What else is on your list?
So this is called having a 7-month-old. So every time a movie comes out I want to see, I add it to my list. So here's what I haven't seen that I still want to see. Because if I don't add it to a list, I forget about it.
Yep.
And you just get hyped up about the new things.
It's true.
Inside Out, Ant-Man, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, The Gift, Sicario,
I saw that.
Steve Jobs, and Spectre.
I didn't see that Mission Impossible, which is weird. Because I love that series too.
Yeah, it was really good.
Fuck, I forgot all about that movie.
That's why I'm checking, and I'm gonna add Revenant to it right now. What was the one we talked about right before Revenant? Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. There's a lot of great movies coming out.
God, so many.
A lot of great ones. We got the Tarantino, Hateful Eight. We have this one. We have
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a really crowded Christmas.
What's that? It's Brad Pitt. And
that looks great, too.
The Big Short,
something
like that.
That fucking looks great, man.
That to
Brad
my
Pitt,
list.
that's about the banks being robbers.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Brad Pitt looked great in that.
Not to bring the conversation down a bit, but I had some buddies talking about this, and it's scary and it's weird and whatever. After San Bernardino, the mass shooting and terrorist act, most recent one here in Southern California, people were talking. I had groups of friends of mine sitting around going, hey, are you still going to go to Star Wars opening day?
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what, I think so. I think that there's, we're in a big enough city that the chance at the theater that I see it in and there's a mass shooting there is small.
Right.
And like statistically, it's small for everybody. But one, we have lived in a privileged society where we don't have to think about this shit. There are people in countries all over the world where they have to deal with real life violence every day.
Yeah, they're not even going to a movie theater.
They don't have a movie theater. Yeah. But it's interesting. It was the first time in my adult life where, not as a joke or whatever, it was a serious conversation where friends were like, are you guys still going to go to this?
Right.
Or does this concern you? And that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
I need to dive into my field beliefs on guns.
Yeah.
But like, it was just weird talking about movies and lighthearted and, going and watching things. It's, it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, being around the rodeo people that I was talking about earlier with Burr, it's It's funny because I was sitting in the casino and these guys, everyone, I'm talking fucking thousands.
Yeah.
I'm talking about one of the biggest rodeos in the world comes to Vegas, and it is like something you've never seen.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, at first I'm clowning them because they're wearing these cowboy hats. Every guy the same. Cowboy hat, big belt, silver belt with gold letters like champion or whatever. Then boots and a fucking Wranglers, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm clowning them. And then I'm thinking, yeah, then look how I dress, you know what I mean? I'm still trying to be a rock and roller at 50, which is my look. It's in my blood. I can never just all of a sudden start wearing cotton Dockers and a button-up shirt. I own no button-up shirts, no tie. I don't know how to fucking tie a tie. No blazers, none of that shit. So I'm clowning on them. But it was amazing when you think about how different people are from the states, man. You know, like I'm talking California, New York, probably Portland, Seattle, Austin, part of Texas, Austin, you know.
Yeah.
And that's probably, and maybe Colorado.
Like Denver, there's some other areas. Madison, Wisconsin, like a weird couple sprinkles.
But the rest really feels to me like they live in the, like, 40s still or something. I don't know what it is. It's just, they're really rigid on any, like, thing, you know, gay marriage, guns, races, everything. It's pretty strange, and it's scary because as I watched that, I was like, well, this is who Trump's talking to.
Yeah, you're seeing it change, though, and I think in Maron's WTF episode with Lorne Michaels, you know, Lorne has an interesting perspective on that as well. He's like, you know, the New York and L.A. press was killing us. Like, this was when Mark was auditioning and just, like, dragging us over the coals. And he's like, but we realized, you know, that's not who we're playing to. That's who's writing up reviews about us saying we're dead, but we're killing in Nebraska.
That was amazing. He said that to me.
Yeah.
I mean, not to me. He said that, and I heard it, and I was like, wow. He said, that's not our market.
Right.
Which is really crazy because as I watch the jokes, it feels like it is trying to be that market, and it's just not edgy enough for that market.
Right, but he straight up said, you know, that's not what we're going for. But now, you know, you have shows like SNL and stuff like that, unites a culture to some extent. And now with, like, Netflix, everybody's going to go watch Bill's show on the 18th, and it's like, here's someone that otherwise wouldn't have had access to a Spike and Mike's animation festival when it was in San Francisco and got to see, like, edgy, awesome shit. And everybody gets to see everything, and culture is being homogenized, which can be looked at as a negative. I was joking with you when we were in Phoenix, like, oh man, what do you do in Scottsdale? The same thing you do everywhere. Watch Netflix and go to Chili's. Like that's America everywhere. But at the same time, you know, culture and beliefs and views are being shared into pockets of the world where they had never met an Indian before, and now everybody's watching Aziz Ansari's Master of None, and they're getting that perspective. Whether you agree with it or clapping along, it doesn't matter. You're seeing something that in your town, you know, in my suburb of Houston, there were like 4 black kids. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's good to be exposed to stuff. And
I do too.
That's where we're going as a society.
That's why I never knock hipsters, because I think whenever I go to a town, I go, where do the hipsters hang out? Because that's going to be where the good shit's going to be. Some good food, a record store, some multicultural, you know, it's going to be different races. And, you know, so it's just crazy, you know, it's funny. This whole episode has a great theme around F is for family, you know, because it comes down to back in an era where everybody was just like really kind of their self. They weren't really pushing stuff down and hiding stuff.
Yeah.
You know, whatever they were, if they, you know, it was out in the open.
The only difference to that, and me being a little younger than you, so it may have changed. The difference I feel like where we are now is everything is out in the open in terms of like Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, like celebrities don't have private lives. Whereas before, maybe it was in the 50s or 60s, when you went home and closed the door, that shit was off limits to anyone else. Like if you were in your house and you heard your neighbor beating the shit out of their kid or their wife or their husband.
You weren't periscoping it.
Right, and you weren't knocking on their door or calling the cops. Like that was like they're in their home.
That's their gig.
That's their shit. Now it's, you know, if I see a kid at the park and like a parent is 10 feet away, I'm like, oh, I should probably call Child Protective Services. They should be 5 feet away. You know what I mean? Like that's a ludicrous example. Yeah. But there was an era where you shut your door and you were done.
We got a call. Let's grab it. Hey, man, you're on the air. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Eric from Michigan.
What's going on, man? What part of Michigan you in?
Detroit.
Fuck yeah, Detroit. I love Detroit.
Hey, what podcast is this?
This is Dean Delray, Let There Be Talk.
Oh, no shit. Dean Delray, so your stand-up's funny as fuck. I never listened to your podcast before. I thought this was Punch Drunk.
Well, a little late, buddy.
Yeah, that was a couple hours ago.
Yeah. Noon to 2 every Tuesday.
Yeah. So...
But now you have to listen to Dean's podcast because you're on it.
Yeah. You can tell your friends, like, man, this is when I called the wrong podcast. Check it out at 1 hour and 10 seconds in.
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about anything you want to talk about. What's going on in Detroit? You live out there. What do you do out there for a job?
Right now, I'm fucking driving auto parts around and fucking smoking weed.
Smoking weed. Now,
not at the same time though. That would be bad.
now, Detroit. I watched a thing on YouTube. I don't know if you saw it, but it was Johnny Knoxville. He did a 30-minute documentary on Detroit with like hipsters are fixing it up and urban farming and all that. Are you part of that at all, or do you see that part of Detroit?
I'm part of it. There's a lot of hipsters down there now. It's like there's basically just like, I mean, there's still parts that you don't want to go to, but there's a lot of Detroit that's just all hipsters and it's getting revitalized.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's definitely cool. They're doing a bunch of urban farming too.
I saw that. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been out to that area where Jack White used to live, where all the automotive billionaires used to live in those giant like mansions?
Yeah, like Grosse Pointe?
Yeah, Grosse Pointe.
Yeah, I've been there. I go there every day. I'm delivering auto parts.
Oh, fuck, man. Let me ask you something, because I'm curious. What is? Do you live alone? Do you have a roommate? What is the average rent in Detroit?
Shit, I live alone right now. I live 20 minutes outside the city, probably 25. My rent's $550 a month for a single bedroom.
And what kind is it? It's like a one-bedroom apartment, or what is it?
Yeah, it's a one-bedroom apartment. It's two separate rooms, and it's like 750 square feet.
Wow, $550. You know what that cost in L.A.? $2,000.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Unless you want to live in like complete heroin gunfire area.
And there would still be 1,800.
Yeah.
You said 1,500 in the heroin gunfire area.
Now, do you enjoy Detroit?
Yeah, it's fun. I actually want to fucking move to some other city.
Really?
I actually do a little bit of stand-up comedy on the side.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Do you ever go to that?
A few open mics, and but there's just not much of a scene out here.
Now, do they really? There's no like comedy scene in Detroit, like in the hipster area, like open mics and alt shows and stuff.
There's not. I mean, there's a lot of alt shows, like band wise, like music wise,
right?
But not so much comedy. There's 2 or 3 good clubs out here.
What's out there? The Comedy Castle?
Yeah, Mark Ridley's is out here.
Yeah.
In Royal. Yeah, that's a pretty decent one. Shit, what's the other one in Livonia? Yeah, there's a couple.
Right.
Mark Ridley's is probably the best.
Well, I mean, it sounds like Detroit is like where you should maybe start your own show, and get it fucking going, because your rent is low. You know what I mean? And to be an artist, you got to have a low overhead. So maybe start your own show up, dude. Find a place and do it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. need to get a stronger act together first.
Well, it doesn't. No, what you do is you start your own show, do an open mic, and then you host it, and you become a fucking great comedian from being on stage nonstop hosting it. You know?
Yeah. Huh.
Try it, dude.
And then book Dean and I, and we'll come out.
Yeah.
And, it'll be fun.
We'll fucking support your show, dude. So go out and do it, and then call in a few months and tell me how it's going.
And this show is from 2:30 to 3:30
Yeah.
Pacific time.
Pacific. What was it called one more time?
Let There Be Talk. It's on iTunes. Dean Delray's Let There Be Talk.
Okay. Fuck yeah, dude.
And watch Bill Burr's new TV show, December 18th, F is for Family, all right?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks hilarious. I fucking miss Bill Burr when he was in Detroit. I was so pissed.
Oh, yeah, he was just there, man.
Yeah, I know. I was pissed. I wish I would have seen that, but yeah.
Go start that open mic, dude. You can do it, man. Don't fucking be lazy. Put down the pipe and hit it.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, guys.
You got to do it. See you later, man. We got to go.
Take care, man. Thanks.
Later.
That's the show, man. Let's thank Bill Burr for calling in. What a great guy. And everybody, once again, watch his show.
Yeah.
What do you got coming, Spice?
This Thursday is improv versus stand-up here at UCB LA. UCB Franklin if you are in Los Angeles. Also want to give a shout-out to Cynic Cave in San Francisco. It's at Lost Week in Video. It's every Saturday. I was just up there last Saturday. It is one of my favorite shows on earth. It's
the
super
video place in
small
the Mission.
basement and just incredible show. Nato Green,
Did you drop
George
my name?
Chan. What?
Did you drop my name?
And Dean Delray.
I wasn't on the show.
I gotta plug Dean Delray.
No.
Let me see what else. And also Dean Delray. If you don't follow Dean Delray,
Get out of here.
you should follow Dean Delray.
All right, real quick. Gonna be Death Squad Secret Show Wednesday night. Very, very big guest headliner. Me, Red Band, and a few other great comedians. 8:30 in the main room. Friday night, I'll be at the Comedy Store in the main room. 11 p.m. I'll be at the Laugh Factory. 12:30 Sunday night, and then I'm off to not Sunday night, Friday night. Sunday night to see Lemmy's birthday party. Going to Lemmy's party, and I'll Periscope from there and show you guys a little Lemmy 70th birthday. Thanks for calling in, everyone. Keep leaving the reviews. And if you want to donate, hit patreon.com/Dean Delray to this podcast. Very easy way to donate. Spicer set it up. And I'm at $155, I think, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
That is killer, man. So thanks, everybody, and keep rocking. See ya. Light the candles.
Yeah, you gotta hit that shit. 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 Hit that shit.